Commissioner Bobby Carrillo, Commissioner Ramiro Caballero, Commissioner Daniel Chavez, Commissioner Ricardo Medina,
Present.
Commissioner Itza Flores.
Present.
We have a quorum, sir.
Great. Move to excuse absent members.
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It passes. They're excused. Pledge of
All right,
allegiance and
pledge
invocation, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Everybody, please bow their head. Gracious and wise Creator, we thank you for the opportunity to gather and serve our community. Grant us clarity in our decisions, compassion in our discussions, and the wisdom to act with integrity and justice. May our efforts bring peace, progress, and unity to all we represent. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
All right, under proclamations, item 2A, we have proclamation proclaiming June 2025 as Alzheimer's and Brain Awareness Month. We have Nico and Maxine Vieira here present.
Great. Wait. Nico?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Maxine is running a little bit late,
Okay.
so I am prepared.
Well, do you want to wait for her?
She's in traffic, I'm sure. She's driving in from Rio Grande City, so if we can wait, we can.
We can wait. We have our meeting to do, so
Okay.
it's up to you.
Yep. Well, if
Okay.
we can, that would be fantastic.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Thank you.
Yep.
We'll move on to item 2B, proclamation proclaiming June 2nd, 2025 as National Gun Violence Awareness Day. We have Rebecca Obregon here.
Thank you, Mayor and Commissioners of Pharr. My name is Rebecca Obregon.
Hi.
On behalf of the Rio Grande Valley chapter of Moms Demand Action for Gun Sense in America, thank you for this year's Wear Orange proclamation.
Hold on a second. Who are the ladies behind you?
This is our membership lead, Leland Hugh,
Got it?
and this is my niece, Ezra Obregon, who also assists with the Students Demand Action,
Wonderful.
and then my mother, Ofelia Obregon, who's always volunteering as well.
Perfect. Thank you. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, National Gun Violence Awareness Day is an annual event that takes place the first Friday in June and marks the beginning of Wear Orange Weekend.
Mhm.
And we wear orange to honor the 125 people killed every day in the United States, along with the hundreds more who are wounded and the countless others whose lives have forever been changed by gun violence. This year for Wear Orange, we are focused on not only raising awareness, but on many actionable steps we can take to protect our families and communities. From parents to community partners to law enforcement to responsible gun owners who securely store their guns to keep our community safe, this effort takes all of us. In 2024, it was another deadly year of gun violence in America, and the first half of 2025 hasn't been any better. Families and communities all over the country are still feeling the impacts of the crisis every day. But as gun violence continues, so does our work to stop it. Today, Wear Orange has support from coalition partners, cultural influencers, sports teams, city officials, mayors, law enforcement, faith leaders, public safety officials, survivors, teachers, students, parents, and many other advocates around the country. For the 11th year, we invite everyone to wear orange on June 6th, which is the National Gun Violence Awareness Day. And we also invite the community to our event locally in McAllen at Common Space, which will be taking place Friday, June 6th from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. at Common Space in McAllen. And you can also find more information at wearorange.org. And together we will remember the millions of lives stolen or impacted by gun violence and take action in their honor. Thank you.
Great. Judy, could you put their website, whatever they just said? Because I'll forget. Can they put it up now? Because is the public watching? So they can be aware of it?
Yes.
So while they put it up, Commissioner, going to read the proclamation?
Yes. Whereas gun violence claims 125 lives and injures over 260 people daily in the U.S., where the gun homicide rate is 26 times higher than on any other high-income nations. And whereas more than half of all gun homicides occur in just 42 cities, including Pharr, where leaders are implementing evidence-based strategies to address violence and uphold public safety. And whereas support for the Second Amendment rights of law-abiding citizens goes hand in hand with keeping guns away from those who are a danger to themselves and others. And whereas local leaders and law enforcement working with community partners are best positioned to understand and address gun violence, which continues to impact communities nationwide. And whereas on June 6, 2025, people nationwide will observe National Gun Violence Awareness Day by wearing orange in honor of Hadia Pendleton, who was tragically killed at age 15, and all victims and survivors of gun violence. And whereas the observance was inspired by Hadia's friends, who chose orange, symbolizing the value of human life and safety, to honor her memory. And whereas wearing orange on June 6, 2025 honors gun violence victims and survivors, raises awareness, and reaffirms our commitment to prevention and responsible gun ownership. Now, therefore, I, Itza Flores, on behalf of Ambrosio Hernandez, Mayor of the City of Pharr, Texas, by the virtue vested in me and on behalf of the City Commission, do hereby proclaim the day of June 6, 2025 as National Gun Violence Awareness Day.
I have some questions for you. So you listed 42 cities, which includes Pharr in homicides. Is that correct? Is that what I'm reading here?
That 42 cities?
42 cities are included that represent half of all homicides committed. One of them includes the city of Pharr.
It was, let me confirm that for you really
The
quick.
second
Oh, I don't even have a copy of that.
paragraph for the, can we see it?
Sure, thank you.
Says more than half of all gun homicides occur in just 42 cities, including Pharr. This one, yeah. This one.
So yes, based on the info we have from every town,
Mhm.
that's the data that they were able to collect based on last year's numbers.
So I'm just curious, where do we rank in the 42 cities that are listed? I don't know if you have that.
I don't have that, but I can definitely get that for
Okay.
you.
So that means there was a homicide occurred here in our city,
Based on numbers, yes.
based on numbers.
confirmed.
Okay. And then lastly, this young lady, I guess, Hadias, where's she from?
She was from Chicago.
Chicago.
Yes. What caused the movement is she was from the higher side, pretty much like what they labeled as the safe side of Chicago. She was an A honor roll student. She was also in dance. She performed at President Obama's second inauguration. And then a week later, while she was at home, she was hit by a stray bullet. And her friends started this movement to bring the attention that everyone is pretty much affected by gun violence, no matter where you're from, where you live. And that's why we all need to be acting together to make a change in this movement.
Got it. Okay, so I just wanted that clarified. And in the future, if we have residents that have succumbed to this unfortunate events that happen, we like their name on it, on this
Absolutely.
remembrance from Pharr, especially because we're being labeled as one of the unfortunate cities that had a citizen that passed away. So we like to also remember our citizens, if you don't mind.
We'll definitely work with you on
Great.
publicity on that.
Yep. Okay, let's go ahead and take a picture if you don't mind.
I have this one.
All right, moving on, Jonathan.
All right, is Maxine here? All right, if you guys will join us up front, Maxine, Nico. This will be for Item 2A, proclamation
Yes.
proclaiming June as Alzheimer's Brain Awareness Month.
Hi again.
Hi.
Now I have my partner in this battle with me, standing next to me.
Who's your partner in crime?
So we are much stronger. Maxine Vieira,
There you go.
I am Laura Caram, and Nico. So I'm Laura Caram. I'm the chairperson for the Walk to End Alzheimer's for the Upper Valley. And I want to start with just deep gratitude to you all and your admiration as I stand here before you today to recognize the city of Pharr for your unwavering commitment to the fight of Alzheimer's disease. The last time, I don't know if y'all remember, the last time I stood before you all to speak about Alzheimer's, I told a story. Actually, I told my story. I told my story about my journey with my mom and this devastating disease. Watching her change day to day was one of the most painful experiences of my life. Alzheimer's didn't just steal her memories, it tried to steal our connection, our history, and our future. But it did not steal my resolve. It's always with her in mind and with the countless other families that are walking in the same path that I continue to raise awareness, advocate for research, and fight for a future where my children and your children will not have to succumb to this cruel disease. And just to kind of give you, it's always give you a little bit of a snippet of how Alzheimer's disease just keeps on growing. So in 2025, more than 7 million Americans aged 65 years of age and older are living with Alzheimer's. That number is expected to nearly double to 13 million in 2050. Alzheimer's is now the 5th leading cause of death among older adults, and it claims 140,000 lives each year. And behind every one of those numbers, there is a family. There is a caregiver. There is a story like mine. That is why the work that we're doing together matters so, so very much. Pharr has shown what it means to lead with compassion and courage through your partnership with the Alzheimer's Association and your role in the Healthy Brain Initiative and your support with the Walk to End Alzheimer's. We have been able to create real change. You're helping families like mine feel seen, supported, and hopeful. To you, Mayor Dr. Ambrosio Hernandez, City Commissioners and Public Health Department, and every community partner with the City of Pharr, thank you for your leadership. Thank you for walking this journey with us to help hopefully find an end to Alzheimer's. And with that, we would like to present a plaque to you guys, to Dr. Hernandez and the commissioners for your
Wonderful.
support. We're truly, truly grateful for every single year you support us with the Walk to End Alzheimer's, which, by the way, just a little plug, it's going to take place October 4th this year.
Okay.
So please register for the Walk to End
Have you sent
Alzheimer's.
us the media already released for that so we could put it on our city website? You already have it? Okay.
We're working on it. But I will also be on KRGV on Thursday in Spanish, so talking about it as well.
Muy bien.
I
Felicidades.
know Maxine has some information, some more data, and some new things that have come about that are accessible to the
public?
community. Yes.
Okay.
Just very briefly, thank you
Yes.
again for your great support that we have received from the city of Pharr for the last, now going on 3 years. We had tremendous support from the Public Health Department. Nico has become an ally in a fast pace and tracking, because we just said, nope, you can't rest on your laurels, you have to push forward.
Sure.
So we appreciate for your support and help to you and your team. That being said, when we talk about statistics, it's very, very daunting and overwhelming when we hear that, yes, we are having all these numbers multiplying because we do have an aging population, and we're getting better at diagnosing the disease much earlier in that disease process. But it also means that we want to address the disease early enough so that they can benefit from current treatments.
Mhm.
From their first ever county level report that was released 2 years ago to the date, Hidalgo County as a whole is placed as 14% of incidents amongst the population of 65 years and older. We know that the symptoms start to exhibit at least 5 to 10 years prior to having an actual diagnosis. But again, the goal of the Alzheimer's Association is really to have individuals be diagnosed early enough so that they can benefit from the treatments. The last time I was here before you, we had only one treatment approved. Now we have two, which is both the Leqembi and Kinsula. DHR being the trailblazer, they are the ones administering the first infusion. Dr. Cruz out of the Neuroscience Institute. And then in addition, we have another medication that's already in the pipeline to be soon approved by FDA. Since the last time I was here before you, we
Right.
now have a blood test that's been approved by the FDA that would more precisely diagnose Alzheimer's disease early enough in that disease process so that we can benefit from the current treatments. It will be available to individuals who are 55 years and older so that we can start tracking that disease process. And we are very proud of the fact that we are standing behind all the research that is being held worldwide. We are also doing research on COVID and the long-term effects of COVID in individuals that had severe uh, oxygen loss during the disease process. They were actually intubated and hospitalized. So that for us, unfortunately, is the other wave that we have foresee coming in the future of individuals with Alzheimer's. And that can be anybody, could be in their 20s, could be in the 30s, could be in the 40s. And so that for us, unfortunately, is the next step for research and opportunity for growth. That being said, we have two new innovations in the Alzheimer's Association. We have launched officially the Dementia Care Service, which is powered by Ripple Care Management and the Alzheimer's Association. That is going to be the clinical piece of the work that we already do to our families. As soon as they get a diagnosis, they will be walked through the process of dementia care, from finding resources, finding their doctors, having appointments set, and so on, similar to that care of somebody with cancer. And also, we have now a new app that families can really take advantage of it to document their journey and share with family members what they can do. We have copies for you, which we will hand over in a few minutes. But that being said, very much we appreciate your support. We look forward to new adventures on this dementia journey. And Nico, again, thank you for all the support that you have given our team and our collaboration. That's it.
Great. That test, is that, if people take that test that you're referring to,
The blood
Is-
test?
yeah.
Mhm.
is it statute or by law have to be reported to the health departments or the government in any way? If you don't know, just let us know later, because before we push out a test, right, the public has obviously the right to know that if they test, like, just like any other, whether it's BRCA, whatever, cancers, that if you make it, in theory, it's great, but we don't want them to misunderstand that we don't want them labeled also where their insurance goes up because somebody thinks that they're high risk.
Right. So
So-
right now, conversations are being had to make sure that Medicare does cover the treatment, right? That it does cover the blood test. So once we get through those conversations, I mean, the hope is, or the work continues so that we can include Medicare Advantage programs as well as other insurances to cover. Same thing like it happened with the Leqembi and the Kinsula. You know, as soon as Medicare said that they were going to cover treatments,
Yeah.
we were able to then convene the health systems to make sure also for coverage, and that's where we're at right now. There's very little known right now as far as who will be more than 55 years and older available. That is the standard, but we are assuming, I mean, again, I don't know the right answer, but it would probably be the same protocols of someone who has diabetes or high cholesterol that would be part of your history, of your
Yeah.
medical history.
You know what I'm getting at?
Yeah,
Go
I
ahead,
think
Roy.
what the mayor's getting at is, it's like you have HIPAA violations, for example.
Right.
So if I test positive or I'm a high risk for
It would be-
Alzheimer's, then it can affect my work. It can affect my current health insurance. I'm a high risk. So that's basically where he's getting at. Just
would
make
be-
sure where it is, and if it's private, then it should stay private.
Absolutely.
Not go out into the public realm where it can affect Nico, for example, say, oh, I
Right.
got to get rid of you today, Nico, because you're, that sort of thing.
Right.
So I
No,
think
no,
that's what
it
you're
would,
getting
we're
at.
asking.
it would be the same protocols as keeping with HIPAA regulations to make sure that all the information is private. It would be self reporting if you want to, share with your employer or take an early retirement, whatever that may look like for the individual. I mean,
Right.
it would be the same way. Mhm.
And then the last thing, just as information for you, the state of Texas, about almost, how long did CPRIT pass? 15 years ago? 2012, Cancer Prevention Research Institute of Texas. They spend $10 billion every decade, right? And they just passed one for neuroscience also.
Correct. Mhm.
And I'm assuming it's going to be another 10 billion as well, but every decades. But something you guys should be looking into, because usually there's 3 categories that they use for research, preventive, and
Right. And we're prepared also to be a funding source for it. You know, like we have the resources. We are in good standing so
Okay.
far as the association, so that we can definitely supplement funding or even launch our own research locally. I mean, that in itself would be extremely well received in Texas, because we know that Texas numbers are rising as well. We have an aging population. We have more individuals getting diagnosed earlier in the disease process. And so we want to make sure that we provide the resources for all of those families.
Yeah. So make sure you talk to them about that future partnership. Okay, great.
Yes.
Thank you. Commissioner, who's going to be reading?
Yes.
I do.
Dr. Guevara will be reading the proclamation.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we'll get that with you in a minute.
And thank
Yes,
you for
ma'am.
wearing the ties and the scarf. We will appreciate it.
They wanted me to wear without a shirt, so I said no. I said, I can't do it. So,
Well,
ahead.
you know, before I get started, I just want to, it's a great association. I'm glad, you
Mhm.
know, Nico and his department are, helping you out. I think
Yes.
anything we can do to help you, I think that's something that we're here to help. So,
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
I think pretty much everybody knows somebody with Alzheimer's, so,
Yeah.
Whereas Alzheimer's disease, a progressive neurodegenerative brain disorder, tragically robs individuals of their memories and leads to progressive mental and physical impairments. And whereas an estimated 7 million people in the United States are living with Alzheimer's, whereas 459,300 in Texas, and whereas Alzheimer's disease is the 6th leading cause of death in the United States and the 5th leading cause among the elderly. And whereas, according to Alzheimer's Association facts and figures report, the direct costs of caring for those Alzheimer's patients to the American society is valued at $384 billion, and more than 12 million caregivers providing 19 billion hours of unpaid care to those with Alzheimer's or other dementia. And in Texas, nearly 1.1 million family members and friends cared for people with Alzheimer's and other dementia, providing 1.9 billion hours of unpaid care, with the annual value of this caregiving totaling 33.1 billion. Wow. And whereas in recognition of the individuals, families, and friends and caregivers dealing with Alzheimer's disease and the researchers who are seeking a cause or cure, and whereas the City of Pharr recognizes the efforts of Alzheimer's Association to raise funds and promote awareness to fight Alzheimer's and other dementia, thereby improving the quality of human life for those living with Alzheimer's disease and their caregivers. Now, therefore, I, Ramiro Caballero, Commissioner, on behalf of Ambrosio Hernandez, Mayor of the City of Pharr, Texas, by authority vested in him, and behalf of the City Commission, do by proclaim the month of June 2025 as Alzheimer's Brain Awareness Month.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Can we take a photo with you? Would that be okay, ladies? Yeah.
Yes.
Nico, you want to come up to this also?
Are you partner in crime? So-
We also have our dementia resource specialist here with us, Ms. Yulisa Pena.
Holding consent agenda item out, right?
Well, we still got some stuff. Anybody for public testimony? Public hearings? All right, under city manager's report, item 5A, city engineer report. It's in your packets if you have any questions. If not, we have Yudi with city events of interest.
Good afternoon, Mayor, Commissioners. Yuri Gonzalez with your Office of City Communications. You should have a packet with you for upcoming events. Before we move on with our upcoming events, we have 3 brief recaps. The first one's our Our new IT building is now officially open to our public, so we have that video recap that we would like to showcase.
So the different divisions here in IT that we have is our systems and security, have our application and programming team, network and support services team. We have our Pharr Connect customer service, as well as our Pharr Connect fiber field operations team.
What started as 3 guys back in 2020 has now grown to over 60 employees. This beautiful building, all dedicated to bringing internet and broadband experience to the residents of the city of Pharr. So growing from 0 subscribers to now well over 11,000 in just really 4.5 short years has been fascinating to watch. Proud to be a part of it.
This provides a central location for them to come and do business with teampharr.net and all of our representatives that are ready to serve them. You know, they'll be able to come out here and get an immersive experience and be able to test out the connectivity and see the high-speed internet that we're able to provide.
But it also is a place where our residents can come in as well. Yes, in the middle, we have this beautiful atrium. What the department is going to do is they're going to transform that into an actual setting to where you can come in and test all of the devices that Pharr Connect has to offer. So it's nice to see that we finally have a footprint and a place to call home.
We have our IT director, Jose Peña, here if there's any questions regarding the building or the event itself.
Congratulations, Jose. It's a beautiful building. Well deserved.
Our next recap is Mayor's Prayer. This was hosted last week as National Day of Prayer. We have a recap as well.
Pharr has always been and will continue to be a God-loving community. We care about our fellow man. We will always do what's right. One thing you will never lose, just like the city of Pharr, we will never lose faith. We love God. This is a community for God, and we welcome all of you, and I hope you have a wonderful lunch today. Thank you.
We're celebrating the National Day of Prayer with the Mayor's Prayer Luncheon, and we're hosting this event here for the very first time at DTC Church. And so it's just a great honor to be able to host this prayer day here. It is such an amazing blessing when the leaders of our community come together to call on God for His touch, His favor, His grace upon all that we do. And so that's kind of what we're going to do here today, and it's going to be a great joy.
Today, I was fortunate enough to say the prayer for families. I think because I'm starting up my own family, very heartwarming to see a bunch of community leaders all in the same place, all praying for great reasons.
I think this is an ongoing tradition that's very close to our mayor and commission's heart. And I think it really shows another connection that the city of Pharr has with its community. And to be able to utilize a small business, a church, a chamber member that fits in all those categories to be able to bring us all together for this National Day of Prayer is something that's really special, not just for the city of Pharr, but for the community and the small business community that's participating in today's event as well.
Today's a day of unity for us to come together and to pray for our leadership, to pray for the sick, to pray for our healthcare administrators, so that we can continue to lead and do the things that we're blessed to be able to do.
On behalf of the city of Pharr and myself, I want to thank you personally for taking the time out of your busy day to be here. Thank you for the support that you give the city of Pharr. It is your family. We consider you part of our family. Every one of you who shows up, everybody who sees it, know that you have a home at Pharr. We have beautiful cities all over the entire nation. We just happen to be one of the very best. And thank you.
Once again, very successful event. What started off as a little event of prayer in the parking lot has now become this monumental event. And that's verbatim from the words of Miss Cindy Garza.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on to our next event. This took place Saturday morning. Great event. This was a beautification event under the leadership of our Public Works Department and our Keep Pharr Beautiful Committee or our advisory board. With more than 30 volunteers, we had students, we had members of our community, we had staff, everybody coming together. Saturday morning, we kicked off at 8 a.m. at Memorial Park to do some cleaning in some of the alleys and different areas of our great city.
This event is called Beautify Pharr. We are cleaning up the alleys. So we have Public Works assisting us with that. We also have volunteers with Vida, Southwest High School, and theirs, and we're out here cleaning our neighborhood.
I really want to contribute to saving the environment, making it a, a more cleaner place. I'm here because of my friends. They motivate me to make this a better place for all of us.
It gives a sense of pride, right? Being here in the community, you don't realize how much trash is thrown on the side of the road until you actually start picking up trash, right? You're giving the community a sense of pride of where they live, just show up, get involved, and make a difference.
Many of the youth that I've spoken to this morning are excited to be a part of this. They feel that they're doing something positive for their community in which they live, work, and play. By them doing this, we're hoping to show them the importance of putting litter where it belongs, because beautification begins with education.
Once again, very successful event. We have Mr. Luis Marin here if there's any additional information that needs to be said. I do want to emphasize to our residents that are tuned in right now that there is continuous education programs and beautification projects and efforts by the city, from our trash bash that happens the third Saturday of every month, which is a free event. We also have the property maintenance program where volunteers come out and we help the elderly community, our veterans, to help them with their debris, with their areas, with their properties to make sure they're clean. And of course, we do just so many events under Keep Pharr Beautiful. Under that umbrella, we go out every month. So it's continuous. We just really want to relay that message because there is sometimes questions regarding, are they cleaning our alleys? Yes, this is happening year round. We really encourage our community to follow the Keep Pharr Beautiful Facebook page because a lot of that information is being posted there and then we're sharing to our city of Pharr. And this event Saturday was once again an example of what the city is doing to make sure that our city is clean and green. Okay, moving on to the flyers. You do have one that says the Mounted Patrol Cleanup. Yes, sir. Yes, Mayor.
So your partner, the advisory board. So one of the tasks you're going to get when budget comes around is that all our entrances to the city, east, west, north, south, you guys need to come up with the committee, the advisory board, some sort of a welcoming design. And so when people are coming into our city, they know, besides you're entering Pharr, they'll know that they actually are entering Pharr, but with some artistic way of designating that you are actually entering the city of Pharr. So that's a task that you guys are going to be assigned, trying to figure out what to create, what to do for all our ports of entry, so to speak, into the city of Pharr. So start working on it.
All right.
Okay? With the advisory board. Thank you.
Okay, our next video, you have a flyer actually in your packet. This is a Mounted Patrol Meetup. This is a new series under our police department. So the Mounted Patrol Meetup is an initiative to obviously meet up with our community. And so they're going to have a series of these during the summer. This is their first Mounted Patrol Meetup. This is with snow cones. So you'll see the first little promo.
Hey guys, I'm Officer Soto of the Mounted Patrol Division. I'd like to invite you guys out here on Friday, June 6th from 4 to 6 p.m. here at the Snow Whiz.
This is the first one of many, and of course, the whole intention behind this is to, connect with their community, our mounted patrol unit and what they do. So the snow is the first one, and then they'll move on to different locations. This is happening Friday, and it's free raspas for the first 150 people.
And are the officers friendly?
Very friendly,
See?
very friendly.
Wait, Ramiro, Ramiro, I think we can pull that one off. No, we can put that gray shirt on también.
Yeah.
I think, yeah. There's almost competition.
Okay, our
Great.
next event is happening June the 9th. This is the official opening day for our aquatic center. This is our famous Splashapalooza, happening June 9th, which is on Monday from 12 to 5. Free for the first 100 people. We know that parents are getting ready for the summer and just finding activities for the kids to cool off, because it's going to be a hot summer. So they'll have DJs, we'll have music, we'll have food, we'll have raffles, and a bunch of games and activities for parents to come out.
Have you guys put out the hours for this and days? That are
Yes,
open?
sir. It's actually on our aquatic page for the City of Pharr Facebook, and we're sharing it throughout our social media pages.
Okay.
From 12 to 5 p.m.
Wait,
And
it's open every day?
this is the official date. Yes,
but
we
will it be
do.
open every
We
day?
will have a schedule. Yes, it's Monday through Friday.
All right, thank you.
Okay, and our last flyer is Cody's birthday bash. This is the first year that our code compliance came up with the celebration of Cody, who is the mascot for code compliance. So the blog parties with Cody have been very successful, so why not celebrate his birthday? This is happening June the 13th, right here in City Hall in the exterior by the hub from 5:30 to 8 p.m. Once again, fun, music, raffles, just an opportunity to come out and meet the code compliance team and just celebrate Cody.
Who's the mascot?
We can say that. It's Cody. This concludes the city manager's report, events of interest. Thank you.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
All right, next under consent agenda, I need a motion to remove item G4.
Okay,
So move.
second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It passes. It is removed.
On item G4, we recommend denial of that item. Can I have a motion? Do we need to make a motion on that to deny it?
Oh, okay. Do a motion to deny that item?
G4.
G4? Second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It passes.
All right, and item 6, consent agenda. All items listed under consent agenda are considered to be routine and non-controversial by the governing body and will be enacted by one motion.
Okay. Do you have a motion?
Move for approval.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It passes. In accordance with section 551.071 to 551.087 of the Texas Government Code, the Board of Commissioners hereby gives notice that it is convening into executive session to discuss the items listed in the public portion of the meeting agenda, the time now being 4:38. We're back.
Remember when we said that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
But it's timely. That's what I said. We gotta push, push, push. I'd rather start a year early than get stuck. Where he's gonna hold us, you know what I say? I'm not gonna release.
Yeah.
I know that's a fact. Okay, we're back in open session, 5:32. Go ahead.
All right, item 7A, consideration and action, if any, on amending ordinance number 0-2021-09, Standards Manual Construction and Development Guide, first reading.
Okay.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It passes.
Item 7B, consideration and action, if any, on resolution appointing, reappointing 2 members to the Pharr Memorial Library Board. The staff recommends Anita Vela and Delia Sosa.
Move for approval.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It passes.
Item 7C, consideration and action, if any, on resolution appointing and reappointing 4 members to the Parks and Recreation Advisory Board.
I move to appoint a new member, Rolando Galvan.
Okay, and then staff recommends a reappointment of Hector Trevino, Mario Liscano, and Rudy Beltran.
Okay. Do we have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It passes.
Item 7D, consideration and action, if any, on resolution appointing, reappointing 4 members to the Keep Our Beautiful Board. Staff recommends a reappointment of Rolando Perez, Laura de la Garza, and Jessica Trevino. The 4th will pin for a later date.
Move for approval.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It passes.
Item 8A, consideration and action, if any, authorizing city manager to negotiate and enter into a contract with Half Associates for professional engineering services for updates to the Pharr Master Drainage Plan.
Move for approval.
Second.
Maria, who was doing this before?
Half. They did the original one back
They
in
did.
2020.
So we're just, I guess, renewing them? Is that what this is?
This is an update. We're gonna add more projects to the model, specifically those projects that are being done by the county in their 2023 bond program.
Where is the county on those projects? Because there was quite a bit pending.
Yes, right now they're acquiring right away. They're doing the design for the majority of those projects.
Is there any date in sight of when they're gonna start?
I'll ask them. I'll be meeting with them later this week.
Okay. Any further questions? Otherwise, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It passes.
No action on item 9A.
Okay.
Move for adjournment.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It passes. We are adjourned at 5:34. Thank you, everybody.